Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I am doing the bad and the boring tag, a tag created by my friend Lisa Lobotomy here on YouTube. She created this back in November, but I recently saw my friends Prularu and Bean do this, so I was like, wow, that's a bandwagon I gotta jump on because this is like a really fun tag. I love seeing everyone's answers to the questions. This is just a tag about the parts of makeup that we find bad and boring. There are 10 questions and I have about 20 minutes to film this before I have to go to work, so I'm just gonna get into it. Question 1. What is a foundation finish that you don't like? For me, all of them. I don't wear foundation. In recent years, I've tried finding a foundation that works for me, but it feels like just about every finish, it doesn't look good on me no matter what primer I try. It just doesn't work with my skin. That's not to say I don't like those finishes on anyone else. Like, I think foundation looks wonderful like on other people who choose to wear it and are able to find one that works for them, but it doesn't work for me. So I hate just about all of them on my face. I like a good BB cream. I'm trying to find one right now that actually has like a decent shade range just so I can buy it because I don't want to buy a BB cream that only has like 3 shades. Yeah, so basically anything that isn't a BB cream I kind of don't like on myself. So that's my answer for foundation. The worst mascara you have ever tried. The Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I think the people at Too Faced are probably not having very good sex if they think that mascara is better than that. Like, it was so flaky. I like the brush on it because I love me a good like gigantic brush. But it was so flaky, even when I like warmed it up and stuff, it just didn't work. Even my mom's tried it, because she had gotten a mini and we usually have different tastes in mascara. She likes some that are drier, I like wetter mascara formulas. Even she didn't like it, so if neither one of us likes it, then in my not so humble opinion, that mascara sucks. I don't understand why so many people like it. If Too Faced brought back their Size Queen mascara, which was an absolute favorite of mine, that was my favorite before I tried the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, because that one lived up to its name. Gigantic brush, gigantic lashes. If Too Faced brought that one back, I would enjoy that, but they didn't, and all they have is like the Better Than Sex mascara and like the new one, and I'm not here for it. One thing you tried once and then threw away. Well, I haven't like thrown anything away because I always try and find like a new home for stuff, but when Wet n Wild released their Zodiac collection, I went out and I got the Taurus lip gloss, and I still have it because I'm gonna try and find a home for it since, you know, Wet n Wild. But the Taurus lip gloss, I don't know why I freaking bought it. I barely wear lip gloss. This is a one lip gloss I own that I like. And that one was like pink with gold shimmer. I don't know why I thought that that would be a me color. I just wanted it because it was my zodiac sign and because I had heard from other people that the lip gloss formula from that line was really good. I wore it once in an attempt to make myself try something new and like it. I haven't worn it since. Didn't throw it away because I really don't do that, but someone in my friend group will be getting it soon, I figure. What is the most boring eyeshadow palette you own? That would be the NYX Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette. Now that's not to say that it's not my favorite, because it is my favorite palette. Well, it's not like my favorite, but it's one of my favorite palettes that I own. However, I recognize that that palette is objectively really boring, and quite frankly, I do only use like 3 or 4 of the shades out of there on a regular basis. A lot more of the darker reds and oranges and like this one gorgeous red shimmer. And like the rest of the palette, I'm kind of like, meh, it's okay. The shadow formula is really fantastic, and I do take it traveling with me often because I think you can get a variety of looks from it, but it's really... Why do you do airplanes? Yeah, why do airplanes? Yeah. I really like it, but it's definitely not one of my more interesting ones. I take it with me when I go places, but it's not as interesting as like the Certified Affinity 2 or the Pinky Rose Exotic Peacock or the Viseart Dark Mattes palette or anything like that, so love it, not exciting. A makeup trend that you think is boring and want to go away. I really don't have anything that's an answer to this question because I think a lot of different makeup trends look really good like on other people. One that I will say, this isn't like necessarily about the makeup, but about people doing like weird stuff with their makeup and then magazines and like BuzzFeed and stuff blowing it up and saying like, this is a trend, when it's really just one person doing something weird to their face. You know, when they had like the wavy eyebrows trend, and I'm like, no, like 2 people did that and one of them like photoshopped something. I'm very tired and bored of that. Like, just because one person does it and people think like, whoa, that's interesting, doesn't mean that everybody's doing it. It's not a trend if it's one person. I find inaccuracy boring. What color do you think is the most boring one? I'm gonna go with like the shimmery golds, just because when I go into my collection, that's not the first color that I think to pick up. It's not really my thing. I'll use it upon occasion if I want to do like a more kind of professional look. It's not something I really go for. I think it looks good on other people, but for me, there are colors I would definitely choose over it. Oh, I skipped one. The worst liquid lipstick you have ever tried, and holy crap, do I have a story about this. So this was from the old Wet n Wild liquid lipstick formula before they came out with a catsuit one, which I actually did like, kind of like. This one was so bad. I forget the shade name, but it was something about wine. It was supposed to be a dupe for Kat Von D Lolita. It sucked. It like, I wore it to Thanksgiving and I was like, I'm gonna look so cute. I love the shade. The shade looked really good on me, but it was so dry, even with like a lip balm under it, that it glued my lips together. Like, who was the lipstick made by the current White House administration, like in an attempt to silence women? Like, it was so bad, it was so painful. I tried everything. I tried like putting a gloss on top, I tried putting on like some more lip balm. It didn't work. I had to take it off like 5 minutes into Thanksgiving dinner because it hurt my lips so bad. And like, I didn't wear anything on my lips for like the next 2 days because it was so painful. Once I was finally able to get my lips unstuck, there shouldn't be lipsticks that like friggin' stick your lips together. Jeez. What brand do you think is coming out with the most boring things? I think everyone said like Tarte or Too Faced, which like I don't disagree with, but I feel like I should have a different answer. Actually, I'll go with Becca, because as much as I really want one of their Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighters, I feel like all of their collections come out pretty much the same. The nudie, bronzy, glowy collections. I love Chrissy Teigen, and like her collections with Becca have been very true to her style and stuff. Like, I'm not saying that they're not true to the style of like the people they collaborate with, or that like they have their branding done very well in that, you know, that that's kind of what you should expect from them. But I really wish that they would come up with something a little bit more interesting. I do like that they did like a little bit of like a duochrome highlight in the past year, but honestly that's like the most interesting thing they've come up with, and I feel like they could be doing a lot better than they are. Which step in your makeup routine is the most boring one? That would be my base, because since I don't wear foundation, I don't do like primer or anything, I just put on a little bit of concealer, and honestly I don't even enjoy doing that. It's not fun. The only reason I do it is because I haven't had a good night's sleep since I was in my mother's womb, and I would like to look a little bit more awake than I actually am during the day. So it's boring, and maybe I just need to find a better concealer than what I have, because honestly, like, I like the formula of the one that I'm using at first, but now I'm kind of like, I wish I had something a little bit more natural. I don't know. Maybe changing that up would make it more interesting to me, but honestly, it's not that great. And finally, if I had to choose between a good base and a bad eye look, or a bad base and a good eye look, which one would I choose? I'm going to go with a bad base and a good eye look, because since my base routine is so minimal, it just means that I might have concealer that looks a little bit dry or a little bit creasy, and I know how to fix those things if need be. And quite honestly, not to brag, but the amount of good I am at eyeshadow, like that's a real sentence, I feel like that would outweigh the badness of my base. If my concealer looks kind of crappy but my eye look looks really good, then I think people are going to be focusing a lot more on my eye look than my base look. Okay, so that is it for this video. If you haven't done this tag, you really should, because it's really fun, and I would love to see everybody's answers. If you don't have a YouTube channel, let me know in the comments, because this is a fascinating subject. If you like talking crap about makeup, please let me know. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see you on my next one. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye.